Alright, jarring question number 1. Does the Sportster have gas? Oh hey, I should probably put my gloves on. Probably a good idea. Shout out to Bad Touch. My gloves are ripped because of my accident from 6 months ago, but it's okay. They're only like 40 bucks, so if you wanted some, go get some. They're pretty cheap. I put a clamshell on it. It looks pretty cool. I guess it's an official club style sporty, hashtag sporty mob, hashtag club style, hashtag Central California, hashtag sporty mob ×2, hashtag sponsor me. They came out kind of clean. I'm kind of proud of it. Happy with my little clamshell. It was at this moment when I realized this clamshell isn't gonna do shit. I didn't even check to see if it had gas. Sure, let's go with it. Live to ride, ride to live. Sorry, I set off the alarm in the old school. That's sacrilegious. So, as you can see, kind of a back to the roots video here. I'm on a sporty. My dyna's almost done, by the way. Shout out to Dark Horse. But I'm by myself today. Don't die on me, please. I'm by myself today because I kind of wanted to have a basic kind of one-on-one, you know, me with all 7 of you conversation about, you know, this thing that I'm sitting on. Kind of a controversial statement here in the Harley world, but I'm a firm believer. This is the last year of the Sportster. 2021 is this is it. Okay, maybe a bit dramatic. Maybe 22, 23, but if you're gonna be alive in the next couple years, you're gonna witness the end of an era, and that is the Sportster, the Evolution Sportster. If I'm being honest, the 2 motors, which are probably 2 of Harley's most iconic motors and builds and bikes, and earnedly so. Earnedly, is that a word? Like, these bikes are legendary. If you had a Harley now, chances are you had one of these at one point. Whether it's when they first came out and, you know, they were the shit, or whether it was 3 years ago when you rode on one that, you know, hasn't been ridden since it first came out. Hashtag live to ride. Hold on. Excuse me, pardon me. Act natural. Make it through the traffic light. I'm really happy with this little clamshell. I think it looks pretty cool. It's not gonna do shit riding to work and back every day, but the little clamshell fairing really puts the sport in Sportster, you know? My point being, we're coming upon the end of the Evolution Sportster. Most of that being due to this year, the Revolution Max engine, the 1250 that they put in the Pan America, being released in this new Sportster S, this new sport bikey looking 48 with a monoshock that people are raving about right now, 120 horsepower or something crazy like that. But yeah, that is the future, I guess. So Harley-Davidson is that Revolution Max motor, and people are coming out with the new, you know, the leaked lowrider-esque looking Sportster, the best way that I can describe it, with that 975cc. I'm assuming this is going to be like Harley's new like iron. I can, on my opinion, I can only assume that this is the new iron 883 or the new iron 975 or the iron 10 or whatever the fuck they call it, you know what I mean? Where was I going with this? This is a great setting for this quarter fairing review video. Love stoplights. I just want to go to my favorite parking lot structured thingy and have fun to myself, you know? I'm not waiting. Sorry. But ultimately, do I think this is a bad thing? Do I think Harley should end the Sportster, side with this new line of sport cruiser bikes and 48s with rear sections that look like sport bikes and forward controls for some reason? I mean, it's a step in the right direction, in my opinion. If I'm going to be honest with you, like, you're not going to have any problem finding an Evo Sportster in the next 10 years. Do you have any problem finding an Evo Sportster now? I got this thing, it's an 05, and you can read right there, 9,600 miles for under 3 grand. And I'm pretty sure it has a cam. Like, this thing has stuff done to it. I'm a, you know, full-time YouTuber, as they know it in my last videos posted 3 months apart. But on the side, I do sell Harleys. If there's no Harley-Davidson, go check us out. I tell everybody, like, the coolest thing about a Sportster is you can put some 18 escape hangers on it, and a windshield, and some forward controls, and go to Florida and back if I really wanted to. Or I could just put some little T-bars on it, a Saddleman, fucking, is it 12 or is it 13? I think it's 13. Or I can just put some short little T-bars on it, some fancy MX pegs, and a Saddleman, and ride it like an MT-07. My coworker called it an MT-0883. I think that's a great name for it, for this bike that's slow as shit, but it's fun as full flamboyancy, you know. Moral of the story here, the Sportster had a good run, or at least the Sportster as we know it today. But the Sportster's far from dead. The Sportster before we knew it today was, wasn't it the Ironhead 4-speed right side shift? Like, this is only the second iteration of the Sportster since then. If you don't count the, like the XR 1200 or the Buell XP12, if you count that as Sportster. I mean, the Buell XP12 still had the Evolution. My point here is that the Sportster is far from dead, and this Sportster is only the second iteration of the Sportster since the Ironhead, and the first iteration being the 81 to 03, which was a little different than this. 04 to 12 is just slightly different, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The Sportster's due for something new, and I don't see Harley, you know, taking that Revolution Max engine they put in the Pan America and that being a bad thing. I think a Sportster being a bike that appeals to the younger crowd and people who are more, you know, that kind of hitting that metric market is something that Harley's tried to do before, but hasn't really done successfully because they market their metric competitors towards their current customers and it just doesn't work. Now they're trying to hit a new market, so I mean, props to Harley on that one. And as long as Sportster S's are being sold, Sportsters will still be at Harley dealerships. People are still going to need bikes to start out on. Oh god. The voice crack right now, holy shit. People are still going to need bikes to start out on, to learn to build, to learn to, you know, get their balance down and learn their low speed maneuvers. And the Sportster's always been that, the Evo Sportster, excuse me. The Evo Sportster has always been that bike. It's heavy and it's not super powerful. For better or for worse, it makes it the perfect beginner bike. And, you know, I think there's going to be plenty of them to go around for another generation of riders to come. And if you don't believe me, go look up Sportster on Facebook. Motorcyclists, I mean, we appreciate it. Some of us do, I'm sure, but some of us try to figure out what the fuck you're doing. Just drive a normal drive and we'll go around you, I promise. If they want to go around you, they'll go around you. If they don't want to go around you, they'll make that clear and either lay back or fuck. If you're bothered by a motorcyclist, drive slower. We'll go around you. Anyways, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. If you like this video, and my little rant and my little quarter fairing review on this Sporty, which by the way, as expected, doesn't block shit. Thanks for watching the video. Here's this truck's ass. A bunch of people just saw me point at this truck's ass, and I'm stuck in traffic. Thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe. Go check out my other videos. Like for more MT-0883, which is what I'm calling it, I guess.